stuck. You know the place I'm talking about, right between st and uck. Stuck. Banging my head against this brick wall, hoping that for some reason this time it will budge. Or getting ready to go to dinner and saying, I'm going to exhibit self-control, but I still have brownie number 3 and an extra buttery roll. Stuck. I mean, how did I get to this place? Running on the hamster wheel of life? Circling the same trail twice? I mean, I'm more stuck than Bella between Edward and Jacob. More stuck than the mohawk and that teenage sticking straight up. More stuck than red at that stupid red light that needs to get fixed because I'm reversing and pulling forward in my truck, hoping that it will change with no luck. Super glued, like a frozen pole, stuck. I've already had one, so I might as well have another 1 or 2,000. Or I already bought this, so I might as well keep browsing. I'll try better this next time. I'll do my best and I'll work harder because I'm better than this, I know. But I feel like one big New Year's resolution where I add all of these promises with no more resolution. And to be honest, I know the sin is bad, but it's not so bad that it's going to kill me. My spirit seems so willing, but my body is so weak. It's like I'm ready to quit smoking, but this time I still have to use Febreze. It's like I'm so ready for marriage, but I'm still settling for sleaze. And it has to make me ask the question, who is the sleaze? Is it really them, or is it really still me? And this very question should drop us to our knees. But instead, our instant reaction is, whoa, like, hold on a second, please, because 99.9% of the time, that just isn't me. This is a part of our microwave culture that says just live partly for God and fully for the instant. Ding, my wait time is up, God, so you better get with it. But it only takes one good look to see that we are so ignorant. I'm sick and tired of, I'll stop for reals this time, stuck. Or I've tried everything, stuck. Or I can take care of this on my own, stuck. I've been trying to slay these Goliath problems with my paper lists. And I'm taking on giant spiritual problems with my physical fists. And to my mind registers that the life fix is not when I throw my own fits, but when I put on the clothing of God's boldness. Will I really stop and start looking over the giant and say, this is ridiculous? And not because I can handle this, but now my problems are starting to mock the God of this universe. And when the giant starts to chime down and say, well, are you servants of men like Saul? And life threats start to taunt you and say, I can take you down with just one fall. I need to learn to say that no, I am not a servant of a man like Saul, but of a God like Jesus. That the one that can defeat you. But even if he died, he wouldn't do that just to please us. Because his calling is way deeper than whatever could defeat us or beat us. Because his love is motivation plus. It's 100% pure God in us. So I will no longer stand for being thrown under the bus. Because even if I find myself laying on the road, I will look to Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. And I will no longer just focus on me in the shack, because in the fire, I have an invisible friend that is beside me. And it's only when I'm thrown in the fiery glow that he really starts shining. So when I am tested by the fire, and I am tested by the grind, when I start to be more refined and take on more of God's mind, this time it won't be about me, it'll be about God glorified. And so you come at me with these ploys, but I have a God who destroys. You come at me with these huge balls, but I have a God that's broken down impossible walls. And you come at me with failure, but I have a purpose and victory today that is God tailored. So when I look fear in the eyes, I'll say, let's fight. And then I'll say, let me introduce you to my friend while I step aside. And the great I am will step on in. And he'll take the mic and say, I am not a God of stuck losers. I am the victorious God of the past, the present, and the future. I am a God of David's disciples, revivals, and trials. I am the one that has led people through walls and floods and chains and fires. I am the one that has led people through brokenness and sickness, wailing and hard times. The one through bad grades and failure and darkness and alone. The one that's taken people through rejection, divorce, the loneliness and unknowns, death and destruction, depression and seduction, disgrace and the hard lessons through the repression and the recession. And I can set that all right with one massive birth, death, and resurrection. No, I am not the God of stuck. And these are not the people, the children with no luck. And they will no longer be called children of disgrace. Say, even though you so often want to diss on grace, my son stepped in and said, instead, no, this is grace. So when you set fires, I will see swords that are being formed. And when you see storms, I see trees that for this moment were born. And when you see darkness, I see the perfect place for my light to shine as the sun. And when you see dead ends that scar us, I see Jesus stuck. Jesus stuck to a cross, but still my redeemed and victorious Son. One who says, be free from stuck. Because I rose, it is done.